Hello everybody, this is Allstars Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. In the previous episode, we, started our work with Magpie Enterprises, in which we were selling welcome packs, and earned a promotion to start working with their magnetizer. I wonder what they'll have for us next. Not that I don't already know. Recruit! I bring good news. You have exceeded 100% of your nestling quota. You climb our ranks as quickly as you have. I think that's by design, sir. Shut it, recruit. Now where was I? Yes. The corporation has seen fit to promote you to a juvenile recruit. Congratulations! As a result of this promotion, your quota has also increased. Looking at these numbers, you are now only 2% of your quota. Corporation standards require me to apprehend all juveniles who fall below 10% of their quota and relocate them to a fulfillment center. But, I haven't had the chance to try and fill my quota. Bag 'em up, boys. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's by design. You must be the new juvenile recruit I was told to expect. Welcome to Warehouse 0754N. It's modest, but it's home. Let me tell you, I think he'll fit in here just fine. That may be a touch premature, but sometimes when you know, you know. You know? Right. Let's get you inducted. Sickeningly enthusiastic whoop. Follow me. I'm not even sure how my snout is fitting into that cone. So, I'm sure you've read all about the operations of a Magpie Endeavor's fulfillment center. I have not. But I've got to go through this script, so just bear with it. Leans in and whispers. This is all formality to avoid embarrassing the occasional simpleton who lucks their way here without much of an idea of what's happening. That would be me. Anyway, our job here is to run tests on a multitude of items acquired by our recruits in their search for the treasure. Each day we receive a shipment of treasure candidates in the delivery bay where you arrive, along with the latest traits the corporation believes the treasure possesses. When we get info regarding the treasure, I'll pop it on that screen up there. It should be the first thing you check each day. If an object you've tested matches these daily requirements, you'll want to put it in that machine behind you. You mean behind you? Oh, and make sure it's crated up. Any candidates that don't match the daily requirements should be stored here in their crates. The requirements change day to day, so today's useless garbage could be tomorrow's treasure. You do well to keep these shelves organized to make your future self's life easier. In your inventory, you'll find a label maker. You can use that to mark crates with traits their contents have been tested for. You can read up more on this in a bit. Follow me up here. This is where you'll clock in each day. You might have run into one of these before. It seems like the whole universe is settled on one method of tracking employees' hours. Now I think about it, I think the lawmakers are the only one who don't have this in their faction mission. No idea how that came to be. Effing weird, though. Probably to save on resources. Here's your bed. That's where you sleep. I've tried my best to make it cozy up here for you. That's no mean feat in such a vast, empty warehouse, let me tell you. Checks induction list. Alright, and here's your manual. I'll be honest, that whole thing was a bit weird. And he's the only person to ever comment on that. You do you, I guess. Right. I think I heard the delivery van, so it looks like our day is starting. If I were you, I'd have a glance at that manual before you clock in. No rush. Once you're ready, clock in where I showed you, and meet me in the delivery bay on the ground floor. Alright, yep. The whole treasure in you, uncrate candidate. Let's see, testing, uncrated, Slower but requires less brain power. Uncrate, perform tests, recrate, submit, or store candidate. We're kind of going to be doing both for certain things. There is a reason for that. And I'll go over things as we get to them. I'm just going to clock in. Day starts now. Alright, and they're looking for heavy candidates. So yeah, first thing we get is the weighing machine. And we also get the Incraterator. Now then, certain machines you want to keep it crated, certain machines you want to uncrate it. For the weighing machine, the scales, we want to uncrate the object in order to get an accurate, measurement. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, the scales. Candidates will have a range of weight values. To determine a candidate's weight category, simply place it onto the scales and consult the chart below. Testing crated candidates. Magpie crates have a fixed weight value. You will need to factor this in when determining the weight category of a candidate inside. Problem is, they don't tell you the fixed weight value of the crate. So, yeah. Okay, so for today it looks like we're testing for weight. The screen above the submissions console will tell you the specifics. Right, let's get weighing these candidates. And don't forget to submit anything that matches the daily traits. Good luck. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a crate. I'm gonna take it all the way to the Incraterator. Let's see, for this one, we want to do this, twist this, and then pull this back. That gets us the object. Gonna toss it on the scales, and whatever it says on here, let's see, let's put this as far over. Wow, we can put this pretty far over. So, 0 to 20, it's light. 21 to 60, it's medium. Anything greater than 61 or greater is considered heavy. So we're gonna hit the heavy button. We're not gonna label it, because the label has to go on the crate. So, gonna put this on the Incraterator. Do this, do that. And we're gonna print this label, which labels it as heavy. And seeing as how it is heavy and it matches the what we're looking for, boom. And submit it. Only need to get 4. Obviously, there are a lot more than just 4 crates. So odds are we're going to be hitting this before we get through all of them. However, and I highly recommend this, you're going to want to do everything. You could just leave these crates for later once you've already hit the quota. I would not recommend it. Alright, this is heavy. Sorry, heavy. Label it as such, do this. And this might seem pretty boring and or tedious, but trust me, it's going to get more complicated pretty quickly. There's going to be a lot more machines, as you can see. And not only that, but whenever whenever we finish the quota for the day, he's going to unlock a new machine for us to mess around with. We don't have to, but I would highly recommend doing so. And this one's also heavy. Reincraterate. And the whole whatever we're looking for is going to change. The traits that we're going to look for, and it's going to get more complicated. Especially on the last day. That one took me a while to get through. Alright, put this label on here. Submit, and we are, by all technical accounts, done for the day. Well done, recruit. You've met today's quota. The crates will now be double-checked by a recruit from a neighboring warehouse. If all's well, there's nothing more required of you today, and I'll speak with you in the morning. You're free to clock out, no? Although, you're welcome to finish sorting today's shipment to take a bit of pressure off tomorrow. Tell you what. I'll unlock a new machine for you to tinker with. This one's a real doozy. It's an important one too, so it'll be good to get a little practice in. Your future self may very well thank you for going to the extra mile today. I'll leave it up to you. Now, what's he unlocking? He is unlocking the Realizer. So, the Realizer. Sometimes it's hard to determine what is and isn't real. Now with Magpie Realizer, you don't have to. Place cannon into belt, use belt control to feed cannon into the test chamber, wait for a sufficient number of cores, these right here, to be in agreement for a certainty meter, D, to reach sufficiently high level. According to Metal Manager's annual conference report, the in theory sufficient operator confidence can be reached when the majority of Realizer cores are in agreement and the certainty meter is above 50%. Use the belt control to move the candidate halfway for labeling. That's if you're using it in the crate. Use belt control to retrieve candidate. Crated candidates will be harder for the machine to decipher, but given enough time, the Realizer should get a good enough idea. So, this is another one that we want to uncrate candidates for. And I'm just going to be organizing these by weight, because it's the first one we get and it's the easiest one to, use. Alright, put it on the Realizer, move it in. Alright, it is imaginary. Put it on the scales, and it is considered heavy. Alright, print it out. That's for something else down the line. Alright, so we're just gonna put this on here, and each one's gonna get two. It's gonna get two slots. And like I said, I'm just gonna organize them by weight. Alright, this one is real. Alright, that's one. Yeah, real. Ethereal, real, or imaginary. And it is considered light. No surprises there. And thankfully, the button selections carry over in between. Alright, this one's light. So these two are going to be for heavy. These two are going to be for medium. These two are going to be for light. And yeah, this is pretty much how it's going to go, with new machines being added at the end of each day for us to, test it out on. I believe there's only 2 machines that we don't want to uncrate it for, which is fine with me. Alright, ethereal. And light, unsurprisingly. But yeah, if you have trouble remembering the certain things, then having the book positioned the way I've got it positioned is going to be very helpful with this. Alright, 3 more crates to go and then we can clock out. real. And it is considered medium weight. Whoops. Would help if I put the label on it. Alright, so that's light. This is medium. Oh, whoops. Light. Medium. There we go. Okay. Alright, imaginary. And it is considered light for a hammer? Okay, I guess if it's imaginary, it doesn't have a whole lot of weight to it. But then how am I carrying? Yeah, never mind. Don't question it. Okay, I believe there is just one more crate. Yep. Then we're done for the day. Alright, imaginary. Light. Alright, time to clock out. Oops. Morning, recruit. As a result of your success yesterday, you have been granted access to more test machinery. Corporation recognizes your talent. Good luck today, recruit. Alright, let's clock in. Can I grab crates from up here? No, I can't. Alright, what are we looking for today? Medium and radioactive. Alright, so we got the radiation analyzer and the realizer. The radiation analyzer is going to be one of those things that we're going to want to keep the object crated. Now, I am going to start off by taking care of the stuff we've already analyzed. Now, the reason you want to keep it crated is because of the fact that they could be deadly radioactive, in which case you need to destroy them. Crates are fitted with radioactivity shielding, increasing the joystick precision required in Step 2 to reach a fully accurate reading. So we basically need to move this around. It starts blinking rapidly. When accurate, it will turn green. So in this case, it is radioactive, and we need to make sure to include the other things, because, if I'll show you, let's see, imaginary and heavy. Yeah, it'll overwrite it. Now, this does not meet the requirements, because it needs to be medium and radioactive, but that's fine, we needed to do that anyways. Now, this one is medium, so if it is radioactive, it can be used as part of the quota. But it is not, so medium inert, and real. So that means that whatever we're looking for, it's going to be, outside. But we may as well finish this. Now, didn't mention this, forgot to, but if you get anything with deadly radiation, this button will pop up and you can destroy it. Uncreating a candidate with deadly levels of radiation will result in inevitable operator death. So, yeah. It's why I say don't uncrate it until you know its radioactivity levels. Alright, this one is light, inert, and real. And this is pretty much how I'm going to start off the day because, again, we get new machines. So we're going to want to relabel these things for, well, later on. Alright. Light, inert, ethereal. Right? Ethereal? Yeah. Now, thankfully, I don't believe first day you can get anything that is deadly radioactive, so don't worry too much about it. I think there's just 2 more machines we need to unlock. Okay. Light, radioactive, and imaginary. And yeah, that's pretty much how this is going to go. Always going to start off once we get the new machine. Alright. Light, inert, imaginary. I believe that should be all of the old crates. Yep. Alright. Now to get to work on the new ones. Boy, do we have a bunch of those. Okay. Okay, this is radioactive. If it's got the right weight, then we should be fine. Now, being just radioactive, that's fine. It's not going to hurt us. It's deadly radioactivity we got to be careful of. Radioactive, ethereal, but that also doesn't matter. Alright, and as for the weight, it is medium. So it meets the criteria for today. And we only need to get 3 crates today. So, medium weight, radioactive, submit. Alright, radioactive. Radioactive, radioactive. And yeah, I could probably cut corners and just stick with a few things. Like what I need. But as the guy said, future self will thank me. And this is also medium. Alright, so that's our second candidate. So submit. Alright, inert. inert, imaginary, and light. Let's see, these are light stuff. Let's put that there. And another inert. Okay, I think at this point you pretty much have the idea. I'm gonna see you once we get through the day, and I have got a new machine to work with. Okay then, got our third and final candidate before we finished everything. Groot, once again you have met quota. Good job. I'll send these off for confirmation. I'll speak with you again once your shift is over. I have a bonus assignment for you. In the meantime, how about I unlock an extra machine for you to start tinkering with? Push you up the corporate ladder a bit quicker, so to speak. Alright, what do we got? Ah, the magnetizer. This is the other thing that we want to keep the object crated. Because like it said in the warning thing, light objects will go flying. Now then, let's get this. Set it to south. Okay. Okay. It is non-magnetic, so medium, inert, non-magnetic, and real. And that's pretty much how it's gonna go. Like I said, keep it in the crate for both the radiation analyzer and the magnetizer. There's one final machine. Also, these buttons, they don't do shit. I don't even know why they're there. Okay, now I will see you guys once I've labeled and done everything else. So, real quick, something to bear in mind is that heavy objects, they won't move as quickly as lighter and medium objects. Just something to bear in mind when dealing with them on the magnetizer. It doesn't mean it's not magnetic, as it is clearly being pulled towards the magnet. It just means it doesn't move very much. Alrighty then, that is every last crate. Let's head up, clock out, and hope we don't die. This is usually about the point where he would kill you, if you got it wrong. Hey, good job today. Looks like corporate are granting you more machine privileges. Well done, we make a good team. I'm running out of time for today. I don't suppose you could do me a favor. Whilst I'm unlocking your new machines, could you scan an extra box for me? Sure, there's a strange noise coming from it. Not sure I can sleep without knowing what's going on with that. Thanks, recruit. Okay. Whoa. Was that sweet little guy in the box? What a sweet little, cute little guy. I just want to eat him up, but not chew. Just swallow whole. Wouldn't want to hurt the sweet little, cute little guy. Sorry about that. How unprofessional. Well, we can't put him back in a box. At least not until he needs to be shipped elsewhere. Gently finish the test on him and I'll sort him out a place to sleep. And that also unlocks Legerdemain. This is one of the machines that you want to have, uncrated. Now let's see, there we go. So, we start this up, hit these random keys until we get a color on here, then we hit this button. And depending on how many are clear or distorted, there are 4 screens, will determine what dimension it is from. So, let's see, kind of want to say A, D, or N. So, because the red has 2 screens that are clear, is a dimension. Not a dimension, a dimension. Now, how do I close this thing up? There we go. And that also means I'm not done for the day. Alright, he is non-magnetic. At least I would hope a cat would be. He is ethereal. He is radioactive. That's concerning. And he is considered heavy. And then we just slap the label on him. Thanks, recruit. With us working so well in sync and this sweet little cute little guy around, I dare say we'll be unstoppable. We may even find the treasure ourselves. Get some rest. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, I would, if it wasn't for one thing. The fact that I now have to do... that I now have to do more labeling. Yeah, we'll start with the heavy. Heavy. Oh, it won't let us. Well, shoot. Alright, fine. It'll have to wait until tomorrow. That one could use a little encouragement. Throws up item of interest. Yeah, it's the same cat we've been seeing around the rocket shop. Morning, recruit. I know you have full access to the roster of machines today, but don't let that overwhelm you. It should encourage you. It's a direct result of your talent. Corporate rarely advances recruits at this pace. What I'm trying to say is, you got this. Okay, and yet we've got... Oh, right. Gotta clock in first. Today's going to work a little differently. Now we've got 2 different possibilities for the treasure. It's no biggie, just hit your quota as you've been doing. Main difference is corporate will accept candidates that match either of the boards above the submissions console. Get going. Now, he says either, but that does not mean both. The board says or, it does not say and/or. I've made that mistake before because, through some luck, I'd managed to get a bunch of different candidates that have both of these qualities to them. I submitted them, but it turns out that's not a good thing. Alright, well, may as well take care of all the stuff we've already got, get the dimension stuff going. And, yeah, crated up stuff will... Oof, hold up. Let's see, heavy, radioactive, southern polarity, imaginary. Alright, hit the button. Whack all these. We've only got 1 for this. So it is N. And if we change it over to green, we have 0. We change it over to blue, it has 2, which means it's the N dimension. So, yeah, you only need to get 1 of them. But at the very least, this thing is next to the Incraterator. Okay. Medium, radioactive, non-magnetic, real. Whoops. Ah! Every time. Okay, it's got 1, so it is the N dimension. Medium, inert, non-magnetic, real. Great time. Alright, 0, so it is D dimension. Alright, and you basically get the idea. We have all of the machinery available to us. We just gotta get the right candidates. And like I said, it has to be one set or the other set, not both. Alright, I'll see you guys in a moment once I've labeled everything. Okay then, we've reached a bit of an impasse. I've labeled every crate. And 2 of them were actually deadly, so disposed of. You are, don't have to worry about those. Now, I know they can't be both, but I don't know if one that matches the criteria of one can have just one of the criteria of the other. I think they can, in which case this would match, but I don't really have anything else that would work. There's this one, but it has real. I'm just gonna have to take the gamble. If not, then I have to start the day over again. You're really getting the hang of this, recruit. I'll catch you after your shift is over. Oh, one other thing. The, thing that he horked up is this mixtape. Can't do anything with it. Even though you can pick it up. Alright, moment of truth. Clock out. Recruit! Just got word from their house. They checked your crates from today, and well, it's not good news. Son of a bitch. I'll be back. Okay then. I've already labeled everything. I haven't submitted anything. So, the objects have to be either heavy and real, or they have to be inert and northern polarity. This one's heavy, but it's not real. This one's heavy and real, but it's also inert. And like I said before, I don't remember if it can have just one quality of the other. I know it can't have both qualities of both categories. So I'm not certain. This one is not inert. It's not heavy. It is real and it's northern, but no. This is inert and northern. It is not heavy, and it is not real. So I'm gonna submit this one. Let me just double check the polarity on this. Yes, it is northern. So we're gonna submit that one. That one should be fine. This is none of the things we need. This is none of the things we need, though let me just double check. Yeah. This one is inert and northern, but it is also real. So I'm not certain. This one's inert. Let me double check its polarity. North. Yeah, it's pulled towards the magnet. It is south, so no. This is inert and north. It's not real and it's not heavy. North, it's pushing away, so yes, this is a candidate. Probably should have checked that it was actually inert. Alright, this one's inert. Let's double check its polarity. Okay. So it is of the southern polarity, so no. Light. This is radioactive. So no. This is inert and northern, but it's also real. Inert and north, but it's also real. Inert and south. Yep. Radioactive. Inert and north. It's not real, it's not light. Or it's not heavy. Yep. It's inert, but it's non-magnetic. Yep. So we are now back to the same situation we were in last time. But let's double check this one. Yeah, this is inert. I'm just going to show you what it looks like when you try to do the realizer on this thing. But it is real. Northern, it's pushing away, so it's northern polarity. It does match up, but like I said, well, only one way to find out. Really getting the hang of this? Yeah, catch me when my shift is over. Please? Groot. It was hard, but I have to follow protocol. Corporation regarding incompetence. Oh, I have no idea what's going on, and I've been at this for so long. Oh, gee, how long has this recording been going on for? Hour and a half. Okay, I'm gonna cut the recording until I finally finish this, because I can't afford to have it, you know, go any longer than it already is, because that takes up space. So I'm gonna cut the recording. I will be back as soon as I get this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, then. I am an idiot. Turns out one of the light packages that I had labeled as northern polarity, this one, turns out it was actually southern polarity. That's most likely why we were getting killed. Because I mislabeled it. Which, you know, I always gotta double check things. So I went through all of these crates, triple checked them, and made sure that they were all properly labeled. I've also got ones that I know for a fact will meet the criteria up here. My only hope... Oh, also, I figured it out. When it comes... Well, I didn't figure it out. I learned it from somewhere else because I was looking things up. Because am I soft-locked in this? No. Turns out the weight of the crate is 16. The crate itself. So this one's 30 with the crate. We take the object out of the crate. And it is now 14. So, you no longer need to take the crates off. Also, with the realizer, you still don't have to take the crates off because, well, I'm not showing now. It'll only show half of these, but that's more than enough. So, yeah, I now need to go through all of these and find ones that seem like they would fit. This one seems like it would fit. It's inert in north. It's real, but it's not heavy. So I'm going to take that one. Alright, this one, nope. 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 And nope. No. 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 Yes. And we're gonna find out if it can have one quality of the other one without having both. God, I hope so. But yeah, because that was one of the ones I was always putting in, because I thought it was north polarity and inert. I was wrong. Yeah, getting the hang of this, please, for the love of God. I can't do this again. Yay! Oh, thank goodness. Oh, and I hate myself so much that was the reason, because I mislabeled something, but so confidently wrong in my assertions. Okay. Go to sleep, final day. Recruit, wake up! I'm sorry about this, but we are in lockdown. Corporate assessed our logs and have determined that one of the crates currently in our warehouse contains the treasure. Meet me by the submissions console. Should I clock in? Nope. Things are going to work differently now. We're not sure exactly what the treasure is, but we know some things it isn't. Submit those instead to thin out the possibilities. I've never understood the quantum machine, but it says here the treasure is in state D. Trash them. Okay, we now need to find things that are state D, throw them away. There is an achievement for doing this in, I believe, under 5 minutes. Alright, this is state D. Now, as we go, he's going to give us more things to trash. Treasure is in state N. Hopefully you've been labeling everything. Trash all the state N stuff. Alright, so N and D go in the trash. And it'll keep telling you the things off to the side. A-N... Treasure weighs a lot. Get rid of anything light. Alright, N, D, and light. So it doesn't matter what it says on here, just trash it. N, D, light, and magnetic. Alright. Oops, gotta submit it. Alright. ND, light, magnetic, and inert. Let's see. Not everything was real, but apparently the treasure isn't. Get rid of real things. ND, light, magnetic, real, inert. It isn't deadly radioactive, but you should have been trashing those anyways. Yes, yes we were. Turns out it's not medium weight. Get rid of all the mediums. Huh. Oh wait, there's new crates. Well, here's the thing, I can just throw these in. Ah, jeez. Apparently the treasure's not imaginary, so get them gone. I think you see where this is going. Oh, that's everything trashed. The records say we should still have something here, though. Oh, shit. It's the cat. It's the effing cat! Step aside, I'll crate it up myself. This one does not wish to be detained. This one requests help from the mechanic. Kroot, hand that cat to me. No! You guys kidnapped me against my will. Screw you. Big effing mistake. I'm not effing letting you sabotage my effing moment. F you. That one demonstrated resolve. This one feels sorrow. This one seeks vengeance. If you choose to go against him, he'll say he feels betrayed, and you'll die anyways. Alrighty then. Ah, I see you've gotten a glimpse of Mork's true power. Oh, you didn't know, did you? There is actually an achievement for petting him 100 times. You can find him in a location to pet him where you would normally drop off the first bit of rent. Oh, you didn't know, did you? Don't be upset. He has to lie low, you know? His ass is on the line. You've seen that he's the treasure that those magpie wackos are after? Well, he's actually so much more. Mork founded Magpie Endeavors long before I went by that name. He was their god. Their ruler, but also their benefactor. He led them for some time, and he meant well. handing out power to those he felt worthy. He wanted to do good. He did good. But as the faction grew and power flowed, corruption began to fester in the upper ranks. They grew greedy. The value of his word diminished as his followers grew stronger. In time, their hubris led them to attempt to kill him altogether, to wield his full potential for themselves. They failed, of course. He fled, and he's never really been the same since. He never quite as lucid. The faction quickly rebranded and began hunting him down, hoarding treasure as they went, altering their enrollment to maximize their members. Mork would change form whenever they got close to finding him, always staying one step ahead. If he's to be believed, his current form is his final one. He no longer has any interest in playing cat and mouse. He no longer has any interest in much of anything, honestly. He's still powerful, though. Absurdly so. Haven't even I've seen the extent of it. His discovery by the Magpie folk would be a disaster. He was to be backed into a corner? Much like what you just saw, I don't think he'd be leaving any witnesses. Not recognizable ones, anyway. Yikes. And that was the final faction quest. Friend. With this memento, you possess all you require to complete your journey. Okay, so it just glitched out. Apparently I do still have, or still have acquired it, just for some reason didn't play that cutscene. With this memento, you possess all you require to complete your journey. A voice. The shapeshifter was moved by your forfeit. If your fate were preventable, the shapeshifter would no doubt have bestowed this unto you. A reminder of your sacrifice. Mork's mixtape. Alright, that's that. That means we've got everything we need to finish this game. And there's Mork, and if you want to pet him for the achievement, he's over here. Just pet him 100 times. But yeah, I'm just gonna do what I usually do. Let's see, pancake, yep. No, not really. Well, yeah, I'll take that. Get that. Alright, and like I said, I'm probably gonna hack the omens in order to get it, because honestly, we're pretty much at the end, and I need to consider what my next main series is gonna be. But that's gonna have to wait for another time. With that, let me take a nap just to ensure it saves. With that, we have acquired everything we need. Like I said, I don't know why it glitched out, but basically, our mysterious friend will tell you. No, wait, Mooncalf. I think we've already been told his name. Will tell us about. About how we found a true friend in Druce, that he would do anything for us. Something along those lines. It's a damn shame I can't replay that, though. Because he won't do it again. But c'est la vie. Still, though, that's confirmation we have everything. I'm probably going to just skip ahead until we get to the final day before the final boss, in between episodes. That way the whole episode is just going to be the finale. And like I said, if I don't get all the omens that I need to finish everything off, I'm just going to hack them in, because there is something special. But anyways, with that, I'm going to end this episode off here for today. It went on way too long because I was an idiot. But yeah. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for an upload, and please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.